The Town Gossip's Deadly Secret, a true crime story from small-town Ohio. Background: in the early 1980s, a small and unassuming town in Ohio became the scene of a chilling mystery. The town was known for its slow pace, where everyone knew each other's business, and the local gossip column was the heartbeat of the community. For over a decade, one woman, let's call her Margaret Baker, had made her name as the town's most prominent gossip columnist. Margaret wasn't just a writer of juicy stories. She had a reputation for uncovering hidden secrets and exposing truths that people didn't want revealed. Her column had a loyal following and was sometimes controversial, as it often blurred the line between idle chatter and hard-hitting local investigative journalism. The murder. One cold winter morning in 1983, Margaret was found dead in her modest home by a neighbor who hadn't seen her in a few days. At first glance, it appeared to be a home invasion gone wrong. A broken window suggested forced entry. However, nothing of value seemed to be stolen, and the nature of her death was far more sinister. Margaret had been strangled, and it was clear that whoever had killed her did so in a personal, intimate manner. The crime shocked the town. How could such a gruesome murder happen in a place where everyone seemed to know everyone else? The investigation. As authorities began their investigation, whispers of Margaret's latest pursuits emerged. She had reportedly been digging into local corruption in the weeks leading up to her death. According to some townspeople, Margaret had found evidence that certain local officials were engaged in shady deals involving land sales and misappropriated funds. Others said she had discovered a scandal involving a local businessman and a secret affair that could ruin reputations. Margaret's notes and documents from her investigation were mysteriously missing from her home, adding weight to the theory that her death was related to her work. However, local law enforcement hit roadblocks almost immediately. Some witnesses who had spoken to Margaret about the corruption suddenly became tight-lipped, and potential leads fizzled out. The small-town police force was not equipped to handle such a high-stakes investigation, and there were rumors that some members of the local government had pressured the police to stop digging. Suspects and theories. Over the years, several suspects were floated, but no arrests were ever made. Local politicians. Margaret's column had hinted at uncovering serious corruption within the town's government. One city councilman, known for his temper and questionable business dealings, became a prime suspect in the eyes of locals, but he had an alibi and vehemently denied any involvement. A prominent businessman. Another theory pointed to a local business tycoon whose financial dealings had caught Margaret's attention. She had planned to expose his misuse of town funds for personal gain. He too denied involvement and hired a lawyer as soon as the investigation began. A personal vendetta. Some believed the murder was less about Margaret's investigative work and more about her personal life. She had a way of making enemies through her sharp-tongued gossip, and several people in town had reasons to dislike her. A jealous wife or a disgruntled former friend could have been behind the crime. The cold case. Despite the many theories, Margaret's murder was never solved, and the case eventually went cold. Over time, her death became part of the town's dark folklore, a cautionary tale about knowing too much in a place where secrets run deep. Many believe that the true killer is someone in the community who remains protected by the veil of silence that fell over the case. Legacy. Margaret's legacy lives on in the town's collective memory, where her name is still whispered in hushed tones. Her old columns have become something of a local treasure, with people poring over them to see if she left any hidden clues about the corruption she was investigating before her death. To this day, some of the townspeople still wonder, did Margaret know too much? And more disturbingly, was her killer someone she trusted? This small-town murder is a chilling example of how even in the most idyllic of places, secrets can turn deadly, and justice may remain forever out of reach. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts on the events covered in this video, please share them in the comments below. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss any video. Check out my next video, where I'll dive into one of these topics.